And then I want to remind you of why we're all here. Like, I've had people ask me over and over again, you know, Kristi, why did you say to President Trump that you would do this job? And I said, because this is going to be a difficult job. It's going to be a hard job. We're going to have to secure our border and make sure we're going after dangerous criminal illegals and remove them from our country. And every day, we're going to have to make tough decisions to uphold the law, but to make sure that the consequences for breaking the law are put in place as well. The one thing I would say is I wasn't quite prepared for was the heartbreaking stories I would hear. The families that have lost their children, their brothers and their sisters, to dangerous people that came into this country that never should have been here to begin with. They never should have been here, and then they perpetuated violent crimes against these people. I heard one story, I'll never forget hearing Rachel Morin's mom tell the story of how she was killed. And to listen to a mom talk about how her daughter was slammed into her head exploded, and then he raped her and left her dead, knowing that Rachel had 5 kids too, that now didn't have a mom anymore, and that individual should have never been in this country. So the reason that I do this job every single day is for that, is that somebody has to do the right thing and tell the stories of these families and make sure that we don't sit around here and make political pot shots on falsehoods and lies like I just heard from the ranking member, that instead we do the right thing to defend these families and remember their children. Behind me are families with children. Delilah's right behind me, and she and I are good friends, and she was hit by a vehicle, by a truck that was driven by someone who's in this country illegally and had an illegal CDL. That accident should have never happened because he never should have been in this country, and he certainly shouldn't have been behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler. But she's still with us, and she's doing good, and she's telling her story with her dad and her family, and continuing to make sure that we do the right thing here on Capitol Hill. Listen, the Department of Homeland Security was established after the attacks on 9/11. It was established to defend our homeland, to put all the agencies together that have that mission, and that's what we do each and every day. We make sure that we enforce the law and that we protect our homeland, and that the families that live here, the American citizens, are our #1 priority. Mr. Chairman, Joe Biden lost 450,000 children that they allowed the cartels to traffic over the border. They used them, they abused them, they put them with government sponsors and paid government sponsors to abuse them and traffic them. We have found 145,000 of them, but I'm not going to stop until we find them all, and we'll continue to do that.